What's up? So you clicked on this video, you're likely skinny fat, or you have weight to lose, or you just want to completely recomp your body and look absolutely awesome. Right now, you're accompanied by some guy in a vest, swimming trunks, and his notepad. I planned out my whole day, and this intro was literally planned on that sheet of paper there, right? But I want to make a few things clear before I get into it, because Joe, this guy was super hardworking. He was super hardworking. I want to make it clear. This is not, a cookie cutter program like working with me. This isn't, you get a quick overnight fix and then you get super ripped. This guy put in the work day in, day out because it was a priority for him to get the visible abs. If you want the visible abs and you want to actually get a six pack, no matter what lighting you're in, the only one responsible for doing the work is you. That's what I say. No one's going to go there and hold your hand and make you do it because he got the structure, he had the accountability, he had everything he needed to get ripped. But the most important thing was his mindset. It was a 100% priority for him to get in the best shape possible. This video is going to help out a ton of guys. If you're looking to get absolutely shredded, where whenever you walk head to toe, you're looking to be the guy who literally has the best physique in any room you walk in, then this video is for you. If you're trying to be the guy who wears clothes and your arms literally fill out every t-shirt you wear, this is for you. If you're looking to make mirrors actually enjoyable to look at again, this is for you. If you're looking to become the parent for your kids who's actually in shape, role model for your children, then this video is for you. Funny, because my dad, he got me into training. I literally saw how ripped he was, how healthy he was, how active he was, and that's why I got into training myself. And now I help other guys do the same, right? This is not for you if you're looking for an overnight fix. This is the most raw clip ever. If you're looking for an overnight fix and a quick, easy solution, this video is not for you. This is an insight to me and Joe when we worked together, what we did, exactly what I did for him, and the beliefs that he had to overcome in order to actually make that transformation, because it's all about your mindset at the end of the day. I can give you the exact structure, the info's out there. The info's even online, right? But the mindset is something which you need to actually change, and the habits and the routine and the structure, that is what you need, and that's what actually drives the needle in order to get ripped. Okay, so yeah, for more context, I'm going to dive fairly deep into Joe's transformation here, and then after I'll share the call which we had on exactly the limiting beliefs we sort of got over and his experience with me. This is 2 months. This is literally a 2-month transformation. And yeah, he went from skinny fat to ripped. It was crazy. So what he actually struggled with before working with me was consistency. He was consistent in other areas in his life. He was already hardworking and he already trained and he already ate fairly well. But it was he didn't want to kind of train and eat kind of fairly well. He wanted to be the best, right? He was also worried that if he cut the fat, that he'd lose muscle. That's a common limiting belief I've seen. You want to be the guy who actually gains muscle, right? And that's exactly what he wanted, which is what I'll get into. He didn't truly believe it was possible to gain serious muscle whilst cutting all that fat, especially around the love handle area and under his chest, that stubborn layer of fat. He didn't truly believe it was possible to just gain a ton of muscle whilst you get rid of that fat. He also struggled with getting his abs visible. Obviously here you can see they're kind of invisible right now. His abs aren't there. And he was just struggling with, holding himself accountable every single day and night of the week. That's what a lot of guys I've seen also struggle with as well, right? So what he wanted, and he ended up obviously achieving, was that ripped summer physique. He wanted to be the guy who went to the beach and had a physique where heads turn. Look at that six pack, okay? And literally look at my six pack as well. I know what I'm doing here. That's what he wanted, and that's what he got. He wanted the visible abs. He wanted the defined arms, defined shoulders. You see the veins. His shoulders, they're broad. Even his traps, that stubborn layer of fat is gone. He has the V-taper now in 2 months. He wanted the bicep veins, the stubborn excess body fat gone. He wanted that. He just wanted a no BS plan, which will just get him to exactly where he wanted. For a 100% fact, he took what he was doing so seriously. He was like, okay, I already train, I already eat. I just want to get there as soon as possible with the exact plan. I don't want to try it myself and just guess and just see if I maybe get there. He wants to know for a 100% fact that he's going to be ripped. In this instance, it was come summer, but for a lot of other people who may be watching this video at another point, it's just within the next couple months, you just get ripped 100%. Okay. He wanted someone holding him accountable the whole way through. Like, the thing is, my business is literally results based, okay? Because I have to get you results or else my business fails, right? Like, I literally want you to get ripped as much as you do, and I'm not even kidding, because then it's going to help me, right? Make awesome videos like this. He wanted to make changes to his diet or training or anything else, like mindset, where necessary, to avoid plateaus, because he also had some problems with plateauing in his physique, plateauing in his gym, in his diet, like just in everything in regards to his fitness. He wanted to have get to a point where even if he makes progress and then plateaus, like a couple weeks down the road, he knows that he has someone like me making changes, so there's no plateaus ever. Okay. He also wanted the weekly one-on-one calls to dive into his bottlenecks, go over his diet and training where necessary, and make adjustments. Right. Any questions he had, we answer in detail, and we can speak over it on the phone. Right. He also and he wanted 24 access to my mobile number, the same number I text my parents and literal grandma on. For at any point he has a question, even like a simple, like how many reps should I do on this shoulder press? Is this meal okay? How many calories in this? Like any question he asks me, and he gets clarity on it. Like there's no time wasting. There's no asking ChatGPT and Claude every single day. It's literally just he gets clarity, he gets his question answers, he gets ripped. Someone holds him accountable to that standard every single day. Okay, so Joe's actually finished his 3-month program with me. So I'm going to use Ollie. Ollie's in the first phase yet. We haven't quite gone into the variation of the workouts yet, where we level him up into phase 2. But for phase 1, right, I will go over every single one of his workouts, okay, and give him the exact warm-up and working set weight he needs to do in order to put on muscle whilst cutting. Because a lot of guys, they think, oh, I'm going to lose strength, going to lose muscle, going to like get skinny when I cut. This is the opposite, because his weight's going down, but his training performance is going up and he's putting on muscle. Like, I'll literally tell him exactly how he's going to be getting stronger, right? So, for example, when he's using the cable here, I'll tell him the exact warm-up sets he needs to do, because I've gone over his previous workout. Then I'll tell him his work set, so 1 pin above the 23 kg, because he would have done that weight for his last workout. And I'm telling him this is the exact weight you would need to do in order to actually get stronger, and the exact reps here. And the same thing goes for all of the exercises he's doing, right? So it's like I'm telling him exactly what weights to do for how many reps and exactly how he's going to progressively overload in his sessions, okay? And the same thing with Freddie. So Freddie's obviously he's leveled up within the program. He has his workouts here. You know, now he has the variation, because since he's got so strong in his initial workouts, he needs 1 back shoulder arms and abs day, 1 chest arms and abs day. And here's the thing, right? Like his exercises are dependent on his gym. Okay, so like in Freddie's case, like these specific workouts go with his timings and his gym, right? So that's why I show this all for free, because it's like your workouts are going to be different, right? You're going to have to cater it based on your gym, based on your timings, based on your needs, based on what body part you're working on. Like maybe you can work on your legs, maybe your upper body, etc. Right? So for example, with his incline dumbbells, like I've given him 3 warm-up sets, right? Because we don't want to get him injured. I've told him 34 kg for both sets right now. Okay, it's like very exact on exactly what he would need to do. Okay, same with the plate weighted dips. He's got body weight here. He's got 10, and then works as 20 for both sets. Right, so it's like I'm going over exactly what he needs to do based off his last workout. Okay, like exactly like the weights and the reps and the sets that he would need to do for all of his workouts, so he gains the muscle and shreds the body fat. And before I get into the call with me and Joe, if you would like me to personally implement all of this within your own life, drop me a message on Instagram and I will respond with a voice note. What's up? So I'm just going to do a one-on-one interview with one of my clients, Joe. And what I want to ask you, bro, is what was your transformation?
So I started out, before joining Rourke's program, kind of, whenever I go to the gym, I wouldn't have a kind of structured workout plan. Wouldn't kind of know what I'd be doing when I'd go to the gym as well. But once I joined, I had that structured plan, which is what I needed, and it really helped to kind of change my transform me from my physique before, which I'd say was like a skinny fat kind of physique, to having visible abs, which is something that I hadn't achieved before. And also one thing I learned about kind of training abs, one thing I did before was I wouldn't use weight training for the abs. I just kind of do core exercises, and using the weight training was, I'd say, the biggest difference to actually revealing them and making them visible. Um, and then yeah,
Yeah.
like physique, just it's been filling out. And yeah, just consistency, like it has definitely paid off. So yeah, I've been happy, man.
No, that's awesome to hear. And like, how would you sort of describe that more physically as well, like that transformation?
So yeah, all of my lifts have gone up. They've gone up, every session, pretty much every session, whether that's just a rep or picking up the weight. And I remember at the start actually with my the decline ab crunches, I was struggling to do with I think I was doing 5 kg, and I was struggling to do reps with
Yeah,
that, and then having like 35. It's mental.
the 30K
and,
you said. I mean, like in regards to your physique, though, if you sort of like what like sort of changes would you say you noticed?
just filling out shoulders, that was one thing. Also triceps, like they're becoming more visible. I could see them. Yeah, it's just kind of filling out overall, which is the kind of change that I wanted, the physique I was aiming for.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. And how does it feel to sort of fill out a lot more and get the more visible abs that you never had?
It's good. I mean, I was kind of doing it because I got summer holidays coming up, obviously. Um, so feeling more confident out on the beach, that would be nice. Uh, showing
Yeah, it
the
wouldn't be
hard work,
nice.
yeah, 100%. Being able to kind of show that it's worked out, the hard work's actually paid off. Um, yeah, it will be rewarding. That's the main thing.
No, yeah, awesome to see, bro. I appreciate you sharing. And I want to ask, like, what sort of problems were you facing before we started working together?
So before, I feel like I was wasting a lot of my time. Being at uni had a lot of freedom, and I wasn't being too productive. But yeah, getting onto the program, I was having more structure to my days. So I was getting up earlier, and just having that extra time in the day meant that I was doing more, getting more stuff done. So whether that was revision, I was getting more revision done. Um, yeah, just having longer days, getting up earlier, that's the main thing.
For sure. And this is a bit of like bit direct, but why do you feel like you couldn't solve them on your own and get that sort of like, the visible abs was out, completely reformed your structure?
So I feel like the main thing was that if I skipped today at the gym, uh, there'd be no one to be like, point it out, or like if I skipped it, I could get away with it basically. But working with you, having someone just checking in, even just that that text, like that if you skip it,
Yeah,
he's
when you're bro.
it's coming. So it pushes you to actually just get it done, which was.
And like, how frustrating was that though, when you kept like being inconsistent with your gymming and your physique?
It was more, I just kind of went in and out of phases. Like I would be consistent for a few weeks, and then it would just kind of switch off, and I was never able to kind of just keep that gradual, that can make it enjoyable as well as consistent. It was more just, I burn out and then start over again later on, and it just wasn't really working out. It wasn't getting anywhere.
Yeah, and how did that make you feel that it was like burning out and not getting anywhere?
It just felt like going to the gym was a waste of time, to be honest, because I was obviously doing it to increase my weight on my lifts and look better, have a better physique. But yeah, neither of those things were already happening. So I'm glad I did something to make that change.
Yeah, and like, what sort of got you to make that change and think like, screw it, I'm gonna join you? Like when you decided then.
I think summer holiday coming up. I thought like, I've never really worked with a coach before, so I was a bit hesitant about it. Um,
Yeah, you're a human being, you know.
yeah, but I mean, it was yeah. I'm very glad I did it because I don't know. I feel like I would have just kept on hesitating, and I never would have made that start. Um, so just getting started with it was yeah, it was what I needed to do to stop myself from overthinking and preventing from actually doing it.
And the thing is, if you didn't join, like, what do you think it would have looked like a year from now?
But honestly, the same. I don't think. I think I needed that extra push, or that kind of mindset change, because that wasn't there before, and I don't see how it would have changed if I kept the way I was going, kept working out the way I was doing it.
No, for sure. And yeah, it's been awesome to obviously see you get absolutely ripped, you know, in these 2.5 months, coming up to 3 months. And what was your sort of first impression when you actually did end up joining and working with me?
Um, so when I first started, I obviously had all the workouts laid out. Um, what I was eating, how much protein, calories, meal plans as well. There was that document that you sent me that was really good. Because I was able to just go through it, pick out some meals that I'd actually like, that I'd enjoy, and eating them every day. Even though it's the same thing, it was enjoyable for me, so I was able to stick to it.
Yeah, for
So
sure,
yeah,
bro.
I think just making what I eat enjoyable was a big thing. I remember it was one day it suddenly dropped like crazy, and like the next week I was starting to see a bit of visibility on my abs, and it just yeah, it was nice to see because I didn't kind of believe in myself, to be honest. But
Yeah, that was really good to see you sort of push through, especially in that case, because like all your inputs were right. So like,
mm,
yeah, inevitably that shit was obviously going to happen. And like, what do you feel like was the biggest problem that we solved?
um, I would say I think consistency was the biggest problem. And that was just kind of all round, like with the workouts, with steps, with what I was eating as well, getting up on time, regular sleeping pattern. Just being able to stick to that was, yeah, the biggest thing that changed for me. Yeah,
No, for sure, bro. And what would you say to someone stuck in the same spot where they're unsure?
I just say, bro, just get started. Like, I reckon if I would have like hesitated, I would have, if I had a bit of time to think about joining your program, it would have been likely that I would have just said, "Oh, I'm not too sure about it. I'm going to pass for now."
Because
But
it's the same part in your brain trying to keep you, you know, in that same position,
exactly,
right?
yeah, the usual habits. Um, but yeah, making that change kind of, yeah, where like it was just so worth it.
And like, yes, because if there's anyone thinking about joining, what would you say to them, do you reckon?
Bro, just get started.
Yeah,
If you're eating, then it's just wasting time. Like, get started and the results will follow. Yeah.
like I can't remember that call because it was like a couple of days after Valentine's Day, and I was like,
Mm.
oh shit.
No, I remember the call so well.
Yeah, but like you're very committed though. Like you
First time working with a coach as well, so
yeah.
it's a lot to think about. But in reality, I didn't have to think about it. It's just something I had to get started with.
Yeah, you put skin in the game, bro. Like you're gonna trust me, like that mindset where you've actually backed it, like it's gonna, yeah, it's really gonna get you like far. You're probably thinking like, shit, I have to fucking like do this workout. And like I remember like you
Yeah,
ticking this shit off, and I have to do it, and it's like, bro, that
but
like
that's what I
that
needed. That's what I needed.